Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
And I'm Michael Mandel. And that said Rabarbaro.
Yes?
I'm not sure if that's the real name. Yes, it is. Rabarbaro. We're going to do whatever.
What do you do with Rabarbaro?
We drink it.
Barbaro?
This is the strongest one. Yeah, it's Barbaro's. We're going to do drinks like this. This is made with rhubarb. It's a liqueur made out of rhubarb. We also have one of the most common things which everybody knows about, right? Cynar, made with artichokes. It's a liqueur made with artichokes.
Is that an Italian concoction?
C, if that's how you say yes in Italian. And beer, B-Y-R-R-H, which is a French aperitif, which is the essence of quinine. What do you want to do first?
Well,
we should have discussed this before, but I want to see your thought process. And I'm going to go through this when I see the picture of how your mind's thinking.
These are all out of your liquor closet, Michael.
Yes.
And you're the only person I know who would have such things in that closet.
And I'm asking you with all this experience of how I do things, what do you want to do? Just do the water bottles we have here?
And now that you've let these out of the closet, so to speak, for all to see and know about, which one is the strongest?
This one is the strongest.
And which is the least strong? I think we should start with the least and move our way up.
We should do that. I was going to say alphabetical, but that makes no sense. It makes a little, ooh.
You sure that's the least strong?
It's the least alcohol. I'm giving you plenty so you have plenty to spit out. I bought a bottle of this for my college roommate after we all graduated, and
he probably still has it.
No, he threw it out right away.
Threw it out?
He tasted one taste and he said, that's it, you know.
He could have regifted it.
He could have. He could have told his wife, let's clean, because we need all the blessing we can get. I just put some of this in our producer's coffee cup. He loved it.
It's awfully sweet, Michael, with a slight bitterness at the same time.
You know, this is a type of drink, and what's good about these type of drinks is you're not going to drink them too fast. This helps you relax and slow down.
You should mix it with something.
Yeah, it's it. You could do it with cola or with
cola would work with this,
or bourbon.
Yes.
And the other thing is you could drink it by itself, because in the winter these things are like good for, even though we have it on ice, it's a good slow warm drink. The bitterness helps you. It's a digestif, so it helps you digest your food. You
can sit around the fireplace, you know, during the holiday season and sip a little bit of this.
And go, oh my God. And then, I mean, you taste it. So, you know, when you say sweet and bitter.
Got a sweet.
Does that have a fruit flavor? Is there any fruity?
Kind of a cherry sort of thing going on. Doesn't taste a bit like artichoke that they show on the cover.
No, but it's made out of artichoke. That's what it is.
Well, maybe artichokes are secretly sweet. We're just cooking them wrong.
We just don't know how to eat them. Yeah.
But
it's the heart. The way we eat artichokes is usually with vinegar and oil, right?
And butter.
Or something, or straight.
And
they're usually Italian in a can.
Right? I like to steam the whole thing, and then you pull off the pieces and strip off the flesh with your teeth. Now, this has, you pour it in your mouth, it's sweet up front, and with a slightly bitter finish, right?
One of the things about a drink is the sweetness is what it. You seem to sneer at sweetness, but the sweetness attracts most people. I
understand that.
Sweet is the most enjoyed flavor of everybody under 5 years old.
Yes, indeed.
So a lot of 5-year-olds, those of you watching, steal this and drink it.
Well, now this is not to be sexist, because I'm not, but
I was ageist.
Most women prefer a sweeter drink. I'm not sure why that is. Now, there's many women like whiskey, things like that. But
Crown Royal is very popular amongst men, and bourbon. And bourbon is an extremely sweet alcohol. It's sweeter than, obviously, gin. Gin is dry. And most men shun gin for some reation.
No.
Not you. Yes, a lot of men I know.
Really?
I know a lot of men.
They're just not whiskey.
They just like, Maker's Mark, right? Bourbon and Jack Daniels, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we know that that's far easier to drink than Scotch, right? Scotch has a good, solid, smoky, tough facade.
See, Walgreens has Jack Daniels on sale right now, $16.99.
That's pretty good.
I think it's $2 off. Big whoop.
What about Maker's Mark? That's what, 18?
I don't know. You're paying extra for the wax on the
That wax is what makes it good. It does.
Well,
it keeps it so fresh, you know.
How'd you like to have that job? It's your only job. You dip the bottle into the wax.
We were in a bar in Boston, and the Maker's Mark people were there, and they're giving us these rounded glasses, and they dip the bottom in.
In wax?
Yes, and then they give them to us. It was four of us. Yeah, we had four of them. Two of them broke before we ever got, I think, anywhere near home. And they just cracked.
I think that wax. I think that wax is part plastic to make it last.
Oh yeah,
longer.
it is. That has that glistening
wax
sheen
would have
on
come
it.
off
Yeah.
long ago.
It looks chewy. Speaking about food, do you want to speak about food?
Let's do it. If you like tacos.
Oh, I love tacos.
Well, they got a special over there at Tacos de Borrego.
This
Tacos El
place-
Borrego de Oro. Yes,
Those are gold tacos, huh?
not just an easy name to say, but a great place to have tacos and tortas and all kinds of Mexican food.
They're doing a deal for $20.
They are this month. You get the full taco platter for only $20. And all you have to do is bring an unwrapped, unused toy.
Which could be what?
For the toy,
A clicky pencil? What's a toy?
a toy that a child would like to play with.
Oh, and not eat.
A stuffed toy, it could be, I don't know. I haven't shopped for toys in a long time. A G.I. Joe.
I heard somebody call you a toy.
Well,
Did they bring you?
A
Did they
boy
bring
toy?
you? Yes.
Yes. I'm worth a taco
The
platter.
camera wasn't even on you while you were wiggling your eyebrows.
That's okay. Plus, they have Menudo Mondays. If you go in Sunday, you get a delicious cup of Menudo with any food purchase.
For free.
Free cup of Menudo.
But, what is that?
But if you wait till Sunday,
Menudo Monday.
Monday, you get the big bowl of Menudo, baby.
And it tastes even better the second day. Right?
So that's going on at Tacos El Borrego de Oro.
1800 North Solano.
Right on the corner of Solano and whatever that side street is.
Yeah, it's near a car wash.
No.
It's about 4 blocks up from...
4 blocks from the car wash.
That's near in this city. Do we have any... Solano and Maple, are we talking about traffic in Las Cruces?
Well, we will be, but first we're going to talk about...
Because I want to complain, too, about that.
We're going to talk about White Sands National Monument up first. You know, the fees...
I heard they're painting it.
The entrance fees are going up.
$20, right?
No, $5. You want to have $5.
So what were they?
They're $5 a person. Now they're going to be $10 a person.
Oh yeah, but it's $20 a car.
$20 a carload. So if you're more than 3 persons in the car, that's $20.
You're making a deal.
Otherwise, if it's for 3 people, it's it'd be
what? 30?
Well, if there's 2 people, then
Do
it's
the math.
$20.
Do the math.
If there's 3 people, it's $20.
This looks like we have our doesn't it look like we're looking at our laptop? Let's look and see what's on that laptop.
Let me
read this
surfing.
laptop.
Ever been sand surfing?
Yes, I have.
When I was a kid, we'd make our own surfboards.
You could do it out of cardboard
Then
boxes.
you put wax on them.
That's why we kept falling out of them.
you slide
Because we
down.
didn't have wax on them. You know what you do? You get a Maker's Mark bottle with wax,
wax on
and
it.
you sit on that bottle and you slide down. It's great. They do full moon things. The full moon things are great, and they might have specials nights where you can get in for free.
Well, that's
I'm
over
not
now.
sure.
That's
no, but
over
it could
now.
happen. No, it might not be. Yeah, they might do specials. Full moon is great because there is no light, obviously, yet you can see incredibly clear, and everything is being lit from the bottom. So
It's luminous.
people look like they're auras walking around. You look like you're in some surreal space odyssey.
Yes, they do that during the summer months. Michael and I went out there. We did a TV show out there one night.
Yeah, we
full
did.
moon.
Is that
And-
when we didn't get the dew filter on that, did we?
And so it's $20 per car, $15 per motorcycle, but you can get a year-round pass for $40.
And if you're a senior citizen, I think you can buy a lifetime pass for $10 to any national
Any
park.
national park or
So
monument.
those of you who are too old to really care about doing this, go out and get yourself a pass.
Well, there's some people who want to make the White Sands a national park.
What is it?
It's a national monument right now, and I'm not sure what the exact designation is. I think national parks get more money, more funding from the government.
That's because there's more place to park.
Well, there's many things there at the monument have been there for 30 years, like some of the sewage systems. They've been there since the 30s, actually.
But here, the
Yes.
whole place is a sewage system. It's one dead lake. There used to be a lake.
No. The sand comes from the lake.
Yeah,
Lake
there's a lake.
Lucero is a dry lake bed with gypsum.
Later, earlier,
wind blows
earlier than that,
it in.
it was a lake. That's where the gypsum is. And if you want to start a business, go there and secretly shovel gypsum into your trunk which you could be arrested for, but
Yes.
they're never going to look. Nobody arrests anything in this country.
And what do you do with
anymore.
the sand when you get home?
And then you put them in little patty cakes and flatten it out, and you make a gypsum wall.
Oh, like
Sheetrock. You make sheetrock.
That's what sheetrock is
Make
made
your own
from.
sheetrock.
Gypsum, yes.
Yeah. So those of you who hate when you're cutting sheetrock and that dust, this is the place to go. Here's where they're working for you.
There is a gypsum mine east of Albuquerque. Did you know that?
Yes.
There is.
Is it on an Indian reservation?
I don't know. But
Anyway, we're going to keep drinking and go to the next
so
story.
the fees go up next month. So if you want to get the white sands before the fees go up, now's the time to go.
And next month is pretty close to next week. Right
true.
now.
Now,
Well, we're going to get 8 new firefighters.
the county,
Incredible.
You know, the county is mostly the firefighters in the county are mostly volunteer firefighters,
Yes.
but they insurance companies have downrated many county communities because of the fire protection classification.
Yes.
So
if
your
you- if
fire
you-
insurance goes up.
That's true. If you don't think it's serious, I had a friend who lives over on the other side of a mountain, Ken, and Beth lives there. And his insurance used to be like $800. He went to get it this year. It was like $3,000. He finally got some for $1,200, I think. But the normal places didn't give it to him because they knew that there was no viable fireman over there.
Well, there's a fire station.
There's a fire station.
City
There's a
fire station.
Yes, but it's not good enough for your insurance.
Well, I live just outside the county now, you know, Michael, and if I need fire service,
You walk across the street?
and my neighborhood has no fire hydrants, so if I call 911 and say my house is on fire, I have to wait for the Doniana Volunteer Fire Department to show up.
You better not do it on New Year's Eve, that's all I could say.
And the
I thought you just got a hydrant put in the corner of your street.
They put one in way down at the end of the street. I think it's temporary though.
How could that be?
That's because the city just took over our water system. They bought up the water system we were using.
Well,
Even
then you
though-
have water.
Even though we're outside the water. Yeah, we now have water.
Well, maybe you
We
should
can flush the toilets and everything.
Well, why don't you move?
So the county is hiring 8 paid firefighters to be in the various fire stations, manning them 24 hours a day.
It's good that people still go to college for that.
It's going to cost $600,000 a year for that,
For 8 people?
for their, you know,
Oh, all their stuff, all the benefits.
their salary.
Have
the
to buy them
equipment,
their own fire truck.
all that kind of thing. Well, they have the fire trucks.
Those hats are expensive, aren't they?
And I remember I once had to call for an ambulance in my neighborhood,
Yeah.
and the dispatcher says, "Oh, you're in the county. Okay, we're supposed to call the volunteer fire department as well. Is that okay?" I said, "If they must come, they must come."
Well,
They
you should
did.
say, no, if nobody wants to volunteer, I'm okay.
They got there after the ambulance did, and they really had nothing to do, but they came.
And are you okay?
It was a one call of the month.
Are you okay? Are you done?
Yeah, well,
I mean, are you healthy now that you did the emergency thing?
after all the calling I did, yeah.
Was that when your cat got a whisker?
No, it
bit
wasn't
off?
for me. It was for somebody else who had fallen and broken their leg.
Is that all? God.
Yes. Now,
That's a lame excuse.
so, well, she was
Yeah.
lame. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's a lot of pictures. Hey, so yeah, if you want to volunteer, that's what we're counting on. Everybody volunteering.
There is a training program for volunteer firemen, and why not? You know, if you live in the county,
That's true. If you like to sit home, watch TV, and drink beer and wait for phone calls, this is your opportunity
and then
to
show up
do
drunk
it.
to the fire.
Yeah.
No. Well, you never know when a fire is going to break out, and then what you have to do is jump in your car and drive to the meeting place,
And then
and they get on the fire truck, and off they go.
it's camaraderie. It's helping. It's, you give things for your community. People have to do
Yes. No, you know, years ago when I was an EMT, I used to teach CPR to volunteer firefighters.
that. You were being paid, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
you're
wasn't-
teaching volunteers.
Well, I was volunteering to teach them.
You can do EMT? What if I were choking right now? What would you do?
Call 911.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a good teacher.
I know the Heimlich, so don't worry, you can have a peanut.
I don't have. Oh, good, huh? I don't have. It's not 911, is it? Because there's no 11 on your phone, right?
Yeah, it's true. You got to dial
can't do that.
9 and then 1 twice.
Oh God, how's people going to remember that?
Yeah.
Another county thing. We must be loaded with money. So thank you for all your taxes. We have new assessors and new people coming into office and
Everybody's getting a raise.
first
Not
of the
everybody.
year.
The
Not
managers.
everybody. People who don't do anything lower than the first 6 people.
The sheriff gets a raise.
Yeah.
They're going from 98,00005
Did you write this all down?
They're going from 78,005 to 90,003.
Whoa.
The assessor's getting a raise. They're going from 75.3 to 86.6.
So that's an $11,000 raise.
Probate judge goes from 33.1 to 38.1.
So it's only $5,000.
And the treasurer goes from 75.3 to 86.6.
That's kind of a moot point, isn't it? Because
Same as assessor.
he gets whatever he wants. The treasurer, he gets it all. So he just says, well, I'll take a little here.
And
the county
county clerk is the same.
County
clerk,
manager.
Wait a minute. The county clerk.
What's he doing?
75.3 to 86.6.
So he's getting 11th. Well,
same as
they're all
assessor,
getting to the
same as the treasurer.
86.
But the county manager, he goes from 160K to 180,000 a year.
And he gets that much because everybody else works under him and does
Right.
all the work.
He's the big cheese.
Yeah, he gets everybody else's a little.
Fernando Macias, and he got his
He used to be a
contract
judge. He used to be a
extended.
lawyer.
He still is a
A
lawyer.
lawyer. That doesn't stop unless you stop. We're going to take a break and
We'll
eat
try some of these
potato
other
chips.
things.
We're going to do
Zucca.
Rabarbaro.
Rabarbaro.
And then this exciting one here, which Mark may choke on.
Tengo menudo, menudo, menudo. 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 Menudo, menudo.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors. Where buying a car is always a celebration.
Call Mark Goldstein, the Safe Money Guy, at 575-556-2472 to learn about innovative strategies now available to help you grow, protect, and preserve your money and financial future, regardless of market conditions.
We are back. This is Double Talk.
We're back, and we're still talking, which is pretty good. We're going to do the title beverage, Rabarbaro. We put that as a title. It means rhubarb. It's
Rhubarb.
made out of rhubarb. This one's made out of artichoke hearts. This is rhubarb distillation.
They make stuff out of everything, don't they?
They do. We want to make
Come on, Michael, up in there.
we want to make a vodka out of the bad onions out on focaccia. I mean, that's what alcohol is made out of, rotting material like wheat.
Not rotting, fermenting.
You say fermenting, I say rotting. You know, we'll see. But this drink is
Rabarbaro.
when Barb and I both tried it at the same time. We both stopped and choked.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Are we going to choke?
I thought I was saying that to myself. Didn't I say that to myself? No. And then we said, I think this would be better with ice. And it was really good. This one is 30% alcohol.
This is like maybe even a little bit sweeter.
You and your sweet and not sweet.
With a slightly bitter finish. Yeah.
You really got those descriptors down.
But the rhubarb
It's softer.
Comes
Wow,
through.
It's a kick.
The rhubarb comes through, whereas the artichoke did
this
not.
has it's sort of a menthol type thing, doesn't it? There's sort of, you can breathe it in, and feel some sort of cool breezes going.
I think I prefer this actually.
This makes it.
I'm a big fan of rhubarb.
Sweet is one thing, but this is different than sweet. This is almost chewy in a way. You find it chewy? Chewing your rhubarb.
It's a bit thicker, I think, in viscosity.
Consistency. Still,
Okay.
you could drink this a lot slower than the Cynar because it's got a lot of flavor.
Imagine adding a little dark rum to this. Now that would be
That
something.
would open it up, yeah.
I'd drink that.
Because it's like, you wouldn't drink the other one?
Yeah,
You would
with
drink
rum.
it? Yeah. Or Coke?
I think I prefer this with a cola, not Coke, but a cola drink without high
Says
fructose
cola.
corn syrup.
Synonymous with cola.
Interesting.
This one you could ponder a lot longer.
Now I've never seen this in stores, Michael.
That's true, you haven't.
Where do you buy such a thing?
I think I got this at the Jubilation in Albuquerque.
Aha.
You know, you look at things, you go, what the hell is that? And they tell you, and you go, oh, I better get it.
I mean, well, again's good.
Yeah, you got to figure out, you don't want these things have probably been made for over 100 years. A lot of these were started in the 1800s.
How about Cynar? Where do you buy that?
Oh, Cynar is pretty standard in good places, and I guess in this case, good place would mean Kelly's.
Kelly's, look, probably the only place in town you'd find it.
You know, last week we had trouble finding the twisted shots.
Yes,
and they were only
for good reason.
They were only those were. I talked to somebody today. They said, "Oh yeah, I used to drink them.
Yeah,
I used to drink them. He still does.
Yeah, I used to drink.
You're not in the age group.
I used to drink Annie's Green Spring Boone's Farm too.
We should do that someday.
I hope they don't make that
Compare
stuff.
Boone's Farm stuff.
Mad,
They still make Boone's Farm.
What
don't
about Mad
they?
Dog 20? Ever have that?
I have to have had it. I'm Jewish. You know,
It's not Mogan David.
It is.
Well, Mad Dog.
It's Mogan David.
Well, then you've had it. Yeah. But actually, Mad Dog has 4 or 5 different flavors.
Yeah, well, you know, they got the franchise on a great name. You know, you've seen bottles of Mad Dog, you know, in the gutter where people have drunk them.
I actually had to buy several bottles of Mad Dog for a play I was doing that included Mad Dog 20.
Really?
It was red wine. I just got the red wine. You know, the first bottle wasn't that bad, but after that, I had help drinking it.
Good. Oh, you had to drink it during the play, huh?
Or
during rehearsal.
I needed the empty bottle that I could fill.
Oh, you had to do the empty
that
bottle.
I could then fill with something that looked like Mad Dog 20.
You know, I think a sink is
no, we didn't want to let it go to waste.
know, it's a waste.
You know how that is.
You filter out all the alcohol and just drink the alcohol.
So, you know, Virgin Galactic,
Yeah, I do.
you know,
It's the only virgin I know.
they say that they're going to be coming to the spaceport maybe next year.
Yeah.
They did another test flight this week.
It
Was
seemed,
successful?
It seemed in the paper that the test flight was going to be from here. However, it was from the Mojave Desert.
Yes.
Which is for, why?
Well, because they're based out there.
Yeah.
Although they've
closer.
been paying rent fees to our Spaceport America now for several years.
And what's that sham about? Luckily, we get some of the rents, but we
And-
built the whole thing. We just built a road there.
Yes, they also have offices up on Roadrunner. And
The green offices, right?
in fact, they say they're going to be hiring 50 new people to staff the operation as it moves into New Mexico.
Oh, we should apply. We could be their announcers.
We could,
We could be in the control room going, well, Mark, what's going on now?
10,
Well, they're lighting
9,
the
8.
fuse to the rocket.
that's how they do it.
And the guys are putting their football helmets on, and they're going to go up pretty soon. We expect them to go 50, 60 feet up. So do you realize outer space is 50 miles away from us?
Easily.
Which is, no, easily in what direction?
Straight up.
That's what it is. It's, yes, easily.
50 plus.
It's 50 miles away, but so is El Paso.
Yes.
So like every time we go to El Paso, it's like going to the outer space.
Well, at least,
in our sense.
well, Mexico.
Yeah. Okay. over the
Mexico's
border.
out of space.
Yeah.
We can let El Paso still be in
Or if you go
inner
to
space.
Cattleman's. It's our space. 50 miles. It doesn't really seem like a lot. How hard is it to build a ladder 50 miles?
Right. Well,
Oh.
you go,
I mean, Legos could just keep going.
going to El Paso, you don't have the force of gravity so much as you do going straight up.
Really? You still weigh the same.
You know, the higher up
Oh,
you
the
get,
G's?
once you get into orbit, you don't weigh anything.
Well, thanks for letting me know. Next time I go to the doctor's office, I'll make an appointment out in outer space.
Or you
Mr. Mandel, you've lost all your weight.
Or
Thank you, doctor.
Or just to breathe some helium. I think that will help too.
That's
You lose
true,
weight.
too. Yeah. Yeah. Breathe it, shoot it up.
Yes.
You don't know.
Now, when Virgin Galactic finally gets here and they have their inaugural flight, then they won't be Virgin anymore, will they?
No, they won't. They'll be galactic.
They'll be slutty galactic.
What were you saying? Were you saying today? People used to call outer space
From out of space.
They were
That's
from
right.
out of space.
Oh, now the holiday season's coming up, and there's the danger of holiday road rage. Now, Michael, when you drive on the road, you've been guilty of road rage, haven't you?
Keep your bottle near you, and
I take that back. You've been guilty of causing road rage.
Yes.
I've driven with you.
yes. That's
Ridden.
the idea. Don't be done to. Be the doer. Be a doer.
Well,
You can get road rage because this city is virtual traffic constipation. Every place you want to go. University has a lot of blockages.
Valley Drive.
You want to go to the center of town. If you go to Mesilla, any place that is you need to go for entertainment or restaurants or anything is where all the traffic is. And they're doing this all around the Christmas vacation.
Yes, of course.
So that there's going to be a lot of days off. They're not going to be working straight. In fact, if you go to any work station, nobody's working.
Nobody's doing anything.
Okay, Isaac Newton, what's this?
Well, there's a steampunk thing going on at the museum downtown.
Yeah, he would know about steam rage.
Yes, that's going on today at 11:45 at the Museum of Nature and Science. Now, the Nutcracker Ballet
If you haven't seen it,
is going on this
Good for
weekend.
you. It's very charming.
Saturday at 7 o'clock, that's tonight, and Sunday
And
at
that's
2 o'clock.
is that Michelle or whatever's dance studio? It's not
Yes.
Michelle anymore, it's Kevin's.
Yes.
That's always good. Games afoot.
The Games Afoot at the Rio Grande Theater. That's the Sherlock Holmes comedy
It's on
mystery.
Today at 2 o'clock.
Today, 2 and 7.
o'clock. And tomorrow, I believe.
And
not at
no.
all. It's
And then
over.
there's an artisan.
Constance is in that. By
Yep,
the way.
there's an artisan and crafts fair going on today, just at 200 in the 200 block of East Lowen.
Oh, and the Black Box is doing Life and Beth by one of my favorite writers, as one of your favorite.
Alan Ayckbourn.
Alan Ayckbourn. And
also-
Autumn Geeb directs it.
And we need to say goodbye to Sandra Locke, the actor who died she died last month. It was just announced this week that she had died. Clint Eastwood's ex-girlfriend. I think the only films she was ever in were the ones he directed.
That would make a friend out of you,
And she also directed several films herself.
so she could get her job.
And so she was 74 years old. By the way, Clint Eastwood's movie, The Mule, that was shot here in Las Cruces, opened yesterday and is showing here in town.
You can see plenty of things, probably even that sign in that movie.
Could be.
It's not a copywritten sign, is it? No, we hope it's not copywritten.
I hope not. So that's it for today's show. Thanks for joining us.
See us on YouTube under whatever the name of the show is.
And if you're watching this on
Double Talk
Comcast,
Michael.
we'll be on tomorrow at the same time.
Yes. So if you missed any of our words of wisdom,
Hey, we never got to the
you
burr.
didn't. Oh, we missed the mirror. Well, we'll drink this at the end.